YouTube is a simple but brutally honest game. There are only two rules: earn the click and keep the watch. Hit both and YouTube pushes your video. Miss either one and your video is dead. Myron, a renowned business consultant with nearly 3 million followers across all platforms, breaks down the system he uses to consistently generate millions of views every single month. He covers the psychology of thumbnails, how to write titles that spark curiosity, and how to start your videos so viewers stay. Plus, the one thing you should never do if you want your channel to grow. Looking back at some of my notes, some of the Myronisms, one thing that you shared from stage one time was the value of money over time. How many of you guys would love to make $1 million, right? You know the pitch, I do, right? And then it's like, whoa, if you did that over 20 years, right? And then like, how many would love $1 million over a year or a day, whatever, right? And that alone has like changed my perspective.
People think wealth is measured in money, but it's not. Wealth is measured in time.
Yeah.
Because if you make $1 million over 40 years, you're still not rich.
Right.
If you make it over the 40 minutes now, probably.
When you think about big goals or things that you need to accomplish, the bigger the goal, that you change the tools that you have to focus on, right?
Yes.
If I said, hey, you got to be in New York tomorrow, you're not thinking about walking, you're not thinking about driving.
No, you're not thinking about riding a bike. I'm taking a jet. I'm not even taking a prop plane.
Right.
Like a Cessna from here, you'd have to fill it up like 5 times from here to. Right. And it'd be a very long trip.
Yeah. And like too many people, instead of aiming for New York, they're aiming for the next door neighbor's house. Right. And the only tool they think about is walking.
Right.
Yeah. And those are things that I've learned from you over the years that have drastically just changed the way I teach, the way I close, the way I do different things. So
yeah.
Right now you have different programs.
Sure.
Tell us more about like your community and like the value that you're providing there.
In my, what they call value ladder, at the very base is what I call my community service content. So I create content. I disseminate it on different platforms, predominantly YouTube long form video, but YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, we post on all of those, but YouTube is our primary channel. I think one of the keys to the success we've had on YouTube over the last couple of years is I never post a video on YouTube that I could not have sold and had people been happy that they bought it. So I make sure any content that I give away as community service content, which I like that for that terminology better than free, because it's not really free. It's not free for me because I've got to pay my team in order for us to create it. And it's not free for the people who consume it because they've got to pay with their time, and time's more valuable than money. So it's not free content, but it's it's community service content.
I like it.
And so I want to make sure that I put out at least 2 pieces of community service content a week on YouTube. So I have a Bible study channel and I have a business channel.
They're separate.
They're separate. Now, when I started, I just had one channel. But one of my clients, her VP of operations, said to me, Myron, have you ever thought about separating your Bible study channel from your business channel? I said, no, I never thought about that. Why did he ask? She said, I think the algorithm might be like, you might be confusing the algorithm. Like they want to send stuff to people, but they don't know exactly who to send it to. I'm like, that makes sense. So I did it. And the Bible study channel, we launched July of last year. This is what, February?
Yeah.
We're at 80,000 subscribers on that channel. Teach biblical principles. And then the business channel, March 15th, 2007. I was on YouTube for 14 years before I knew that they paid people for having videos on YouTube. I did not know that until 2021. It sounds crazy.
What did your subscriber count from 7 to 21? Where were we at?
Like 5,000.
5,000. So just
just plodding along. There was no intention in it whatsoever. It was just something to do if I thought about it. Right. And then we became intentional April 1st, 2022. By that time, because of a podcast interview that I had in 2021, we were at 10,500 subscribers.
Wow.
Okay.
Doubled just off one
podcast interview.
Wow. Who's that with?
David Chan's.
Okay.
Social Proof Podcast.
Dude, for whatever reason, that guy draws a crowd.
He does. He interviews a lot of really interesting people, and he's a great interviewer.
He's a great interviewer. I was on his podcast, and like my followers and everything
everything's shot the roof.
Yeah.
So we had 10,500 subscribers April 1st when I decided I am going to post one video a week on YouTube every week for the next 10 years. And I don't care what happens. I don't care if we don't get any subscribers. I don't care if we don't get any followers. I don't care if we don't make any money. I don't care. We're just going to do one video a week, and we're going to be consistent. It's going to come out the same day every week. And we started doing that in April of 2022. And then we ramped it up to 2, and it got bigger. And then we ramped it up to 4 videos a week we were doing at one point. And then we backed it down to, once we started a Bible study channel, we do one on the Bible study channel, one on the business channel every week, and 1.2 million views in the last 28 days over normal.
And growth.
Okay. Yeah, in growth.
So what do you average over a 28-day period?
Right now we're at 3.3 million views every week and about 30,000 subscribers. Previously we were at 1.6, 1.7. Every now and then might pop up to like 2.1.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's always impressive when somebody that is a business focused channel has that many subscribers, right? It's easy to get it in like the entertainment, right? Like,
or education.
Yeah, right.
But enterprise, you don't see it very often.
It's awesome. So what would you say? We've been sucking with YouTube. Fantastic on Spotify, Apple, crushing, right? Like consistently top 15 on Apple.
Sure.
And getting all the downloads and everything like that. But YouTube, we suck.
Okay.
Okay. So a couple questions I have for you.
Okay.
Maybe we'll make this a little bit of live mentorship.
Hey, I'm not mad about it.
So I got an advice last night. So we're sitting at a conference, right? And I was talking to a guy that's pretty big on YouTube, and he's like, dude, you need to actually make it a personal brand.
100%.
100%.
A personal brand will outperform a business brand 8 days a week and twice on Sunday. Steve Jobs' brand is bigger than Apple, and Steve Jobs has been dead since 2011. Elon Musk's brand is bigger than Tesla's and bigger than SpaceX and Tesla put together.
So you would name the channel Chris Lee, not Next Level Pros.
I'm not opposed to having two channels, but I would definitely have a personally branded channel. You can grow a business branded channel if you do the right things. Now, I don't know what all those things are, but I have done more tests in the last 3 years on different ways to make YouTube algorithm and audience love my content without compromising who I am to do it. If you think about it, so YouTube wants two things. They want people to click on videos and they want people to watch videos. So then if that's what YouTube wants.
And then they don't want you to leave.
Right. And then they want you to stay. They want you to click on videos and watch videos for as long as possible. If I give them what they want, they'll give me what I want. Whether it's more customers, whether it's more ad revenue, whether it's more exposure, whatever, I give them what they want. So how can I get people to click on my thumbnails better? So because that's the purpose of thumbnail. How can I get people to watch longer? So it's really an incremental exponent. And what I mean by that is there are a couple of things you can do incrementally that will cause an exponential growth in your ability to grow on YouTube. I had a lady, I'm not at this conference, who chased me down yesterday to show me on the elevator. She said, I followed your advice because she was in my challenge. She said, I followed your advice on your challenge and my YouTube has grown. I'm like, what do you mean? I've got over 2 million subscribers on all platforms. What are you talking about? And she said she came to my challenge 4 months ago. I'm like, what are you talking about?
2 million in 4 months.
Right. So she has over 1 million on TikTok.
Okay.
She had 637,000 on YouTube. I said, so how many did you have when you started doing the stuff that I told you to do, whatever that was, because I don't even remember. She said 100. I said, 100,000 subscribers? She said, no, 100. And I said, show me. She showed it to me, 637,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Was the big thing that she implemented from you?
I'm going to tell you what I believe all of the things are, not just the big thing. But here's what's fascinating.
We love the community service.
That's the whole point. See, I believe one of the things that keeps you from reaping a harvest is thinking that all seasons are harvest season. It's not always fall. Sometimes it's spring. You got to sow seeds. And so the community service content, those are the seeds that we sow in the ground of the marketplace. And it's going to eventually yield something. But this woman's story was really remarkable. But what's more remarkable than that is what she teaches, because she lives in France. She teaches English to non-English speakers.
Okay.
That's her whole niche.
Wow.
Like, what are you talking about? It was mind blowing. So the first question, if I'm looking at how can I build a YouTube channel, first question is this: how can I get people to click?
So it's all thumbnail and title.
It's like 80% thumbnail, and then maybe 20% title.
And what makes a great thumbnail? I've been trying to study this, and I suck at it.
Okay, a couple things. These components make a great thumbnail, in my opinion. So curiosity, contrast, conflict, controversy, or confusion. Those 5 things that I named, if you can add any one of those elements, your thumbnail will convert better.
That's just thumbnail, not title?
That's not title. We're not even on the title yet. And I want to make sure that when I'm doing that I'm doing that with both the image and the words. Okay. And I definitely want to have words. Then the video title must not ever be the same as the thumbnail title. Because if you do that, you're wasting real estate.
Right.
So you want to make sure that the video title provides fair clarification for the curiosity, the confusion, the contrast, the controversy, and the conflict that's created in the thumbnail title. So it promises to close that gap. That's what the video title does. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So how do I create curiosity in a thumbnail title?
Now, the other question I would ask, so speaking with Andy Elliott, you know Andy very well.
I don't know him very well, but I met him.
Yeah.
The other day.
So we spent a day together and we were going through YouTube. Speaking with him, he tries to target his titles towards like more keyword driven.
Yeah, that's a strategy. That is definitely a strategy.
That's not your strategy.
That's not my strategy. I'm not opposed to it. If I put up a video and it doesn't get at least 24,000 views in 24 hours, it's not doing well. Right. And if it doesn't have at least 100,000 views in a month, it's like, it's kind of a sleeper. No, it's not garbage,
but it's
just kind of a sleeper. It's an underperformer.
Right.
Okay. So how I create curiosity, I make a statement with a question word. So I say, how this, and this. Okay. My video for Monday is going to be.
And are you dictating this or is your team?
I create all my titles and all my thumbnail titles. Nobody creates that for me.
And you give them the direction on what the thumbnail should look like, or you approve it?
I approve it. My video that I'm going to do Monday live is stop outsmarting yourself. But if I could make it how to stop outsmarting yourself, but I'm putting how in the video title. Stop outsmarting yourself.
Thumbnail.
Right. And then 7 things to do to stop being too smart for your own good.
Okay. So there is a tie with the smart.
Right. Exactly. And so, but I could make it how to stop outsmarting yourself.
And do you find that things like the framework, like 7 ways?
It could be 7, it could be 15, it could be 6.
But just some sort of framework.
A list is an open loop until you get to the last point.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It gives you reason to hang on.
Exactly.
Right.
So one of my best performing videos is why evil people are rich. Now, that creates confusion.
Yeah.
Because some people think that I said why rich people are evil. They're like, oh, rich people aren't evil. Go read the title, bro. It didn't say rich people are evil. It said evil people are rich. So if I say why evil people are rich, not only is that creating curiosity because of the why, but when I say evil people are rich, it's creating conflict. It's creating contrast between rich people and poor people and good people and evil people. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm creating tension in the thumbnail title.
Yep.
Okay.
People want to comment before they even watch it.
Right. Exactly. And then there's a conflict between the rich people and the poor people. So because it has all of those components in it, I want to create a thumbnail title that causes the person who reads it to ask themselves a question. If I ask you a question, you can ignore me. But if you ask yourself a question, you must find the answer. Right. So I'm forcing them to have a conversation in their head about my video. So I say, why evil people are rich. Some people's thought is going to be, evil people aren't rich. Are evil people rich? Why are evil people rich?
What is he talking about?
Exactly. There are a whole bunch of different conversations somebody could start with themselves because I had that. Okay. So that's number 1.
And then I assume so those things gets people to click.
Right. But now you got to keep them engaged.
Now you got to keep them engaged. And so what's your rule of thumb?
Well, it's YouTube's rule of thumb. And so I'll just give them what they want again. If you can keep 70% of your audience watching,
70% of clicks,
70% of the people who start watching the video, if they are still watching at the 30-second mark, the chances of that video doing well increase exponentially.
So here's my question, because I don't know this. When I'm on YouTube, the first couple videos that are there, they will autoplay. Is that considered a click?
No.
So it's when you actually
click on it
and the volume starts playing.
That's correct.
Okay.
So the most important part of the content of the video is the first 30 seconds. The video needs to be good.
So it's 70% over 30 seconds. Got it.
The video has to be good.
Of course.
But if the video is good and the first 30 seconds is bad, they're not watching it. So I'm going to tell you what constitutes bad. Hi guys, Myron here. Welcome back to my channel. No, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video and comment. That's all that's. Ugh. You want to start the video with intensity and intention.
Hey guys, it's Chris. If you're finding value in what you're hearing, go ahead and like and subscribe. That way people just like you can find this content for free here on YouTube. Now let's dive back in the show.
Love it. So obviously you've talked or discussed about this a lot of times. How often are you scripting out that first 30 seconds?
How often should somebody watching me script out that first 30 seconds? Every time they do it for the first couple hundred videos.
You need to be scripting.
Right. How often do I do it? I don't ever script it out. I can remember faster than I can read.
Right.
And so that's how my brain works. That's not how everybody's brain works. In fact, that's not how most people's brain works. So scripting out anything for me is a train wreck in slow motion. I do plan it. I figure out what I'm going to say. I might even write it out, but I'm not going to read it.
Got it. Okay. So we're similar that way.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think where I've screwed up is I haven't done proper planning and I've just kind of gone in and tried
Off the cuff. Yeah. Like I don't ever do that. So I could literally, what I'm telling you right now, I could turn it into a YouTube course.
I love it.
Right. So that's why I know that it's good, because I know if somebody bought this from me and they went through it and they did it, they would get results.
Right.
Right. So, and I don't generally share this much, but I will tell you. So one of the things that I do when I'm creating a video is I'm like, big idea. What's the big idea of this video? Okay. What's the thumbnail title? What's the video title? What's the opening 30 seconds? Those are the things. Now, a lot of people.
That's how you plan a video.
That's how I plan a video. And then I create the outline. But usually I don't create the outline earlier than 24 hours before I'm going to go live. I have frameworks that I communicate through, as you already know. And so what I don't do is I don't want to create an outline that I don't even remember, and I'm attempting to remember it while I'm teaching it. So I like to create the outline no more than 24 hours before, oftentimes not more than an hour before I go live. I sit down and I make myself outline the points. Now, I've been thinking about it for weeks, but I put it down in bullet points. If I write my outline an hour before I go live, that video is going to be hotter than a pack of firecrackers on the 4th of July. It's going to be hot because it's hot off the press for me. It's fresh to me. So it's not like I'm serving leftovers from 3 weeks ago.
Right. I love it. So are you doing most of your videos now live?
Almost all of them, unless I'm traveling like I am this week. Almost all my videos are live. Live videos for me outperform recorded videos. That's not going to be true for everybody.
So would you recommend doing the live approach, or would you recommend just good, high quality content and then go live?
It depends on what your team is better set up for. Our team is better set up for live video because I'm better suited for live video. I have a cheat code. So my cheat code is I do my live videos. I broadcast my live videos in front of a live audience. So I'm not talking to a camera.
Yes.
Like I'm terrible in front of a camera. I'm good in a conversation with a person. So even before we had a live audience in studio, because we have a studio in Tampa, I would have people on Zoom before I had people in the room. So I could see faces and get feedback energy from faces while I'm teaching.
I'm interested to see if you actually agree with this. I'm the same way. Way better in front of a live audience, in front of a live person, right? Sure. If you record an actual sale that's happening versus a sales training,
right?
Way better.
Way better.
Yeah. Way better. So one of my core beliefs behind that is because our spirits communicate different. And so when I'm communicate with another spirit, I'm going to communicate more purely and from God. Would you agree with that?
I think so. I never thought of it like that. So I don't know if I would or not, but I think so. I just know that when you're communicating with your words and your energy.
Right.
And people can lie with their words, but their energy always tells the truth.
Yeah.
If you're communicating with your words and your energy, it's like listening to a song with music in the background, with a band in the background. If you communicate without your energy, without that people energy, it's like singing a cappella in a hallway with no carpet.
So you no longer create content without a crowd?
Oh, I don't remember the last time I did.
Wow.
I've only attempted it twice, and it was terrible both times, and we never released the videos.
And when you say crowd, is it a virtual crowd or is it in
We used to have a virtual crowd, but we have an in-person crowd. We have people in studio every Monday and every Thursday when we go live.
It's amazing. So are you charging them to be there, or is it part of like a membership?
Nope. Their payment is giving me somebody to talk to.
I love it. So just allowing people to come in off the streets?
No.
Okay.
So we allow people who have bought something from us in the past, who email us and say they'd like to come.
That makes a whole lot more sense.
Yeah. Because everybody doesn't love Myron.
What is the most controversial content out there that has created that divide?
If your content's not getting any haters, your content doesn't matter.
Right.
Like the objective of creating content and having a message in the marketplace is to repel the wrong people as much as it is to attract the right people.
Right.
Like I think as much about who I don't want to sell to, who I don't want to serve. I think about the people I want to leave me alone. And I make sure that while my message is attracting, quote, my ideal avatar, it's repelling everybody else.
Absolutely. What does it look like to work with Myron for $1 million a year?
Okay, so you get 4 VIP days. One VIP day is $375,000. You do a VIP day. What does that mean? It's VIP day plus. That means number 1, 8-hour day or 2 4-hour sessions with me looking at your numbers and your business and telling you what lever, one-on-one, telling you what levers to push because we charge $40,000 an hour for coaching. Okay, so there's that. You get 4 VIP days or you get 8 4-hour sessions.
Right.
Right. So you get that.
I would imagine I've done coaching over the years and whatnot, and like one-on-one coaching is difficult. It requires a lot of energy.
It requires a lot of energy, intention, but most importantly, it requires a lot of time.
Right.
Every minute I'm spending with you is a minute I'm not spending with my wife. I'm not spending with my kids. I'm not spending with my granddaughter. I'm not spending on the golf course. I'm not spending it doing something for me.
Exactly.
So you're getting a part of my life that I'll never get back. And if you want that, you just have to pay.
Exactly. So with that, I'm imagining you keep it to a very small.
We only allow 5 people in our $1 million a year program. Last year we only sold 3, but
yeah,
that's fine. If we don't sell any, I'm okay with that.
Right.
I don't need your time. Right. I don't need the money.
Right.
So I'm good either way. So you get 4 VIP days.
Yep.
Plus you get interviewed on my YouTube channel twice.
Nice.
Okay. And you can promote whatever you want to promote on my YouTube channel. So what happens is when I interview people on my YouTube channel, usually those 2 interviews will more than pay for the program.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If they've already got a business up and running. Yeah. No. And if they don't, they're not going to pay me $1 million. So I'm tailoring this to the right people.
Who's your ideal client in that higher level type stuff?
Somebody who's stuck at $500,000 to $2 million a month in their business.
Are these coaching businesses or what? Doesn't all kinds?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And they're still, even though they're making nice revenue, like a decent amount of revenue, they're still smart enough to know they're stuck.
Right.
So, and then I'll let them interview me twice on their YouTube channel.
Right.
And then we have Masterminds in the Sky, which means when I'm going somewhere to do something for business, I invite those clients to go with me.
Yeah.
VIP clients and the royal family clients. So the VIP, you get 1 VIP day, the 2 hours, but with the royal family program, which is the $1 million program, you get 4 VIP days, 2 interviews on my channel, 2 interviews on your channel. With a VIP day, you get 1 interview on my channel, no interviews of me on your channel.
Yeah.
It's just, and 8 hours and Masterminds in the Sky. And I charter yachts. Like when we do our Masterminds in Tampa, like my VIPs come in a day early and we'll do a mastermind on a yacht, or we'll pick some really nice location in Tampa and we'll have a special event for them. That's what the VIP looks like. And I've got people who've been on 6, 8, 10 Masterminds in the Sky, and the stuff we talk about up there, it doesn't replicate anywhere else.
For sure. And I've had the best conversations in a private jet.
100%.
Right. Because like you're disconnected, you're sitting face to face. You know.
And I teach my clients who are VIPs, I teach them the exact same strategy that I use to get paid to fly private. I'll just give you one little component that I think if somebody really gets it, it'll change everything for them. If you really want to grow your YouTube channel, you want people to watch longer, the first 30 seconds is important, but the rest of the video is important too. So how can you make people stay on longer? Be more interesting. Now,
how do you mean?
Right. So how do you become more interesting is the question. And the way to become more interesting in any aspect of life is to stop trying to be interesting and focus on becoming more interested. Only interested people are interesting. When I say interested, first of all, you're interested in solving a problem. You're interested in learning something you didn't know. You're interested in a unique perspective. You're interested in knowledge that existed apart from you, that when you find out, you wonder how you ever lived apart from it. And so when you share that with somebody, they're like, oh, I didn't know. Right. It makes their brain melt. And then you're interested to the point of being obsessed over solving a problem that a big, large number of people have. So that when you show up and start talking about the problem, they're like, I got that problem. And then you talk about the solution. Well, if they understand the problem that much and they found a solution for them, then they've probably found a solution for me. And now they're locked and loaded.
Yeah.
So be more interested, number one, in solving a problem, and then be more interested in serving the people. You can become more interested in solving the problem, more interested in serving the people, as opposed to like most people approach YouTube from the standpoint, I want to get something from YouTube. I want more visits. I want more subscribers. I want more views. I want more watch time hours, and I want more money. But what if they came to YouTube? I'm going to figure out how I can give YouTube everything they desire. I'm going to figure out how to, and YouTube wants to give their audience everything they desire. So I'm going to give YouTube and YouTube's audience everything they desire. And then I'm going to let that do what only that can do.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. I love it. Myron, you're 63.
I am
63. So you've had a long career. You've done really cool things. What's the end goal? Do you see yourself doing this till the day you die?
Oh, 100%. Not to the same level of intensity. Like I have no desire to retire. I'm having so much fun right now. Like, what am I going to do? Play more golf? Like play my guitar for 16 hours a day? I think we've been programmed to believe that we have to live a painful life until we can afford not to. And so what people do is like grinding their way through this painful existence called life. They anesthetize themselves with distractions because they feel like it's never going to end until they retire.
Retirement is the biggest lie that was ever sold to society. And I'm a firm believer that the great creator created his children to create stuff.
Because I love what I do. And while I'm not at home and I can't spend time with my family, I might as well get the most bang for my buck out of the work that I'm doing while I'm gone, which is why I go. But I end pretty early in the evening, but my day usually starts at 5 o'clock.
I'm the same way with a little bit more intensity in the evening, hence why my voice is the way it is, right? It's interesting because I think most people, they're living for this retirement.
They use distraction as an anesthetic. Right. They use football, basketball. They want to watch somebody else live because of the pain of the fact they don't think their life is working. So I might as well watch somebody else live. Right. I'm not living. I'm just.
Meanwhile, dreaming of the day to be retired. Right. I think when people just finally come to the realization that there is no finish line.
There's no finish line. There's no there.
There's really no fulfillment in arriving.
Right.
There's
the journey is the destination.
Like the day that I had many, many, many millions of dollars wired into my bank account from a private equity firm.
For your business.
For my business. My life didn't change. Right. But so many people fantasize about these days thinking that the heavens will open, angels will come down, knight you, and say, you are now king. Like it doesn't. And as soon as you can figure that out, you start falling in love with your life.
Yes. And then put as many experiences in every day that you're going to love to remember.
Yes.
As you can.
Amen. Myron, I appreciate so much having you on the show.
My pleasure, bro. Always good to see you.